Coming up on iPatchTV.
Miss Guerra shows Flute Choir how to play to their strengths.
We get student and staff opinions on lunchroom overcrowding.
And I give my take on the Netflix series Dark Crystal.
All this and more
on iPatchTV. Welcome back, Wiley High School. I'm Tyler West.
And I'm Sam Witt, and you're watching iPatchTV.
So we're all aware of that Wiley band, but that's not all the band has to offer. The Wiley High School Flute Choir shows us just that.
Every school year, the Wiley High Flute Choir puts together a group of flautists from various grade levels. They perform throughout the year at numerous concerts and contests. Their director and teacher, Miss Guerra, explains the origin of Flute Choir.
I've cultivated 6 years worth of really good students, and so at that point I was like, it'd be great to put them together. They get to play in the band setting a lot already, so why not teach them that there is music out there for just their group. So that my lesson teaching makes it easy to cultivate a really awesome flute choir.
Along with performing music, students also get the opportunity to learn to play different types of flutes. They can choose between alto, piccolo, the regular flute, and bass. Group member Jessica Turk shows how she can express herself through playing piccolo.
I started playing piccolo in 8th grade, and I absolutely love it because I feel like it represents me as a person, and it's super small, it's fun to play fast, and I just love it so much.
In Flute Choir, they strive for excellence, applying for different contests throughout the year.
The NFA convention will actually be here in Dallas for the 2020 convention, which is awesome. And since it's here at home, if we submit and get accepted, we get to perform there. So that's one thing. And I would also like to submit to Midwest, because you can actually take smaller ensembles to the Midwest convention in Chicago.
Flute Choir gets together every Tuesday morning and is working towards the performance at the end of October. This has been Braelyn Wehe reporting for iPatchTV.
They sounded pretty good. Can't wait to hear what they play next.
Yeah, all I've been hearing is construction noise out back.
Mr. Montgomery actually gave us a bit of information on the matter. Check it out.
Hello, I'm Pedro from iPatchTV, and today I'm going to inform you about construction site.
Starting this year, Wiley High School will be under construction on the middle part of the school. The cafeteria and part of the parking lots will be removed and transformed into a bigger inside cafeteria and classes. Therefore, they added new parking spots on the east side of the school. The construction is worth $65.6 million and it will take 2 years. More information with our principal, Mr. Montgomery.
The impact it's going to have on our school is going to be, and one thing, it's going to be a pride, because whenever you see how quality this thing is going to be, especially when you look at that new gym and all the state-of-the-art stuff we're going to put in those classrooms, and the new dressing areas, and then we're moving things around like ROTC and some things of that nature. There's going to be a lot more quality situation that we're going to have, and I think there'll be a lot of pride in it, and I think that will enhance all our programs that are involved.
Construction is set to span over the course of 2 years, ending around 2023 to 2024.
Meanwhile, I'm having to construct the quickest route to lunch from my classroom before the lines get too long. Let's see what students and staff have to say about the topic.
Wiley High School's Mega Lunch program began in 2016 and has been going strong ever since. But with Wiley's growing numbers, students and staff may have to make adjustments. Wiley High School students give us their view on lunchroom overcrowding.
We should have different lunches or more lunch lines, I don't know.
There's just always a lot of people. It's really crowded.
I don't know. They seem pretty okay the second half of lunch.
Students aren't the only ones affected. Current lunch lady Brenda Bates offers her take on the matter.
I think it can be very chaotic sometimes. We have an hour that's allotted, and sometimes we can get them through in 45 minutes. Sometimes it takes the whole hour.
Overall, it seems like all of Wiley High School is handling overcrowding pretty well. And with construction already beginning, the problem may not last for very long.
Seems like everyone's adapting well to our growing numbers.
For our last segment today, by popular request, Tyler West brings us our first movie review of the year.
Okay, I know, they're puppets, but just hear me out, okay? While it is unconventional and the story at times can be kind of confusing, it's still an amazing film to watch, not to mention one of the most creative and inventive fantasy series that I've seen. The Dark Crystal is about the Gelfling fighting against the Skeksis to take control of Thra using the power of the Crystal of Truth. If that confused you, don't worry, it confused everyone else in 1980 when Jim Henson released the original Dark Crystal movie. Basically, he had this grand story idea, but didn't really have the time to fit it into one film. So, Netflix approached the Jim Henson Company years later and was like, hey, would you like to create a prequel series to this? They said yes, started working on it, and we got the wonder that is Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. The main strength of the series is its visual style. Everything from the character designs to the set designs is spot on brilliant. Every single puppet is just, there's so much care put into every aspect of their design, of their clothing, and each character has such a distinct personality alone in their look, despite the fact that they have such fairly well done voice acting in general. That combined with amazing puppetry, and it really makes this world come to life. That said, the story in said world, while grand and almost Game of Thrones-esque when it comes to its different storylines, it can tend to be confusing. However, if you're willing to look past all that and just appreciate it for the universe that it creates and the visuals that it gives you, it's so worth the watch.
I think I'll go check out the Dark Crystal now.
You should, it's really good. Well, that's all we have for you today, Wiley High. We make videos every month, so be sure to stay tuned right here on iPatchTV.
And follow us on Twitter at iPatchNews for any updates.
As always, I'm Tyler West.
And I'm Sam Witt, and this has been
iPatchTV.